Hi all, my name is Daniel Henry. I'm a co-terminal master's student here at Stanford with an undergraduate degree in symbolic systems, concentrating in artificial intelligence, and I'm working on my master's degree in management science right now. I'm really excited to be a part of this Code in Place project. It's based off of the course 106A, which is where I began my programming journey. Ultimately, I found that to be so powerful and ultimately rewarding. It's helped lead to an interest I have right now in technology and education. And this Code in Place seems like a really perfect experiment right in that vein. And I'm just so over the top stoked to be a part of it. And I'm looking forward to helping uh, students like you all to help learn and begin your journey as programmers yourselves, wherever that might take you. So what we're going to be working on today is a project called Moonweight. And it's basically just a quick and easy, really awesome program that lets a user input a certain weight value on Earth and convert it to what that weight would be on the moon. And through this, we're going to be learning and using variables. So as you learned in class, a variable is like a kind of little box in your computer where you can store information and then use it later in interesting and useful ways. So things to remember as we work on this project is that a variable has three components. It has a name, it has a value, and it has a type. So as we walk through this Moonweight, I'm going to be mentioning these things about variables, and we're going to use them in great ways to accomplish our task of converting the Earth value to the moon value. So let's get started. Just taking a quick look at what we have here already. We have this main function. I'm sorry, I am not sharing my screen yet. One moment. There we go. All right, screen shared. Here is our editor. We're going to be programming in Python today, so let's take a look at what we've got right here. So we have that main function, and up top you can see a constant called the moon multiple. That is just the number multiplied. When you multiply an Earth weight by that moon multiple, it becomes the moon weight. So we're going to use that down the line. All right, so getting started. We first need to get input from a user. You guys know how to do that. So first we're going to make a variable to store that input. So we're going to call the variable, first name it, Earth weight input. That Earth weight input, that's the name of the variable. We now need to assign it with a value. So by assigning it the value, it's just going to be the input from the user. Please input an Earth weight, right? Just like that. So now our Earth weight input variable has been declared. It has a value and of the input, and its name is Earth weight input. But what type is that? So getting an input comes in as a type string. However, in order to actually use this variable in the way we want to, we actually need it to be a type float, because we need to type float is like a number that we need to multiply by the moon multiple. So we need to change this Earth weight input from type string to type float. So we're going to do that by casting it. So I'm going to make a new variable, Earth weight float, and that is going to be a cast to a float of Earth weight input. So what we have done here is we've taken the variable Earth weight input and we have used it to cast into a new variable Earth weight float that we've assigned that new value. So this Earth weight float now has the type of float. Next, we're going to need to convert it to the moon weight. We now have moon weight. And what we're going to do is just easy multiplication, Earth weight as the float, multiply that by the moon multiple. This new variable of the moon weight has now been assigned the value of the Earth weight float times the moon multiple, which is the moon weight that we want. Now the moon weight is also going to have the type float, because we're just multiplying a float with a float. Now we need to return this moon weight to the user. They need to see what the moon weight looks like. You all know how to do that with the print function. So we're just going to say the weight on the moon. We'll say that weight on the moon is this. We're then going to, we then need to output the moon weight. So originally, the instinct may be to do something like this. However, one thing that we can note as an issue is this addition sign. You can't have a string being added to a float because they're different types. So what we need to do to output the whole thing as a string with the print statement is just cast this moon weight to a string. Now let's run the program and see whether it works. So now I'm going to do Python move weight. I'm sorry, this is going to be man weight. Input the earth weight of maybe 150 pounds. Weight on the moon is 24.75. Our program seems to have worked, and that's what we did. I hope you learned a little bit more about variables, and I look forward to working with you next time.